In this section, we will look at different structures that are present or modifications that are present on the cell surface, which helps the cell to attach to an adjacent cell and perform its functions. The first kind of connections are called as anchoring junctions, and anchoring junctions are mainly mechanical attachment between the two cells. There are two kinds of anchoring junction. One are called as the adhesion junctions, and one are called as the desmosomes. So let's look at it a little bit more closely. The adhesion junctions are mainly, they're much more sturdy, but they also give a much more flexible film of the shell, and these are almost like adhering or anchoring with something like anchors that connects the cells together. And these are present, for example, in heart, stomach, and bladder, where the tissues need to get stretched, but they need to be anchored to each other. A desmosome, on the other hand, is a single point of attachment between the cells of the adjacent cells, and the most common type of desmosomes that you can relate to are the ones that are present in skin cells, and they keep the intercellular junctions between the two cells. So adhesion junctions are present in your heart or your stomach or the bladder, and they always help in stretching. In all of these, you have the tissue being stretched. Another kind of a junction is called as a tight junction. Tight junctions are more like a zipper-like fastening, and these are present where you have more surface area. For example, the digestive juices need to be out of the body, or in the kidneys where the urine stays within the kidney tubules, because the cells are joined by tight junctions. So these are present in the plasma membrane, and they attach to each other, producing more like a zipper-like fastenings, and they serve as barriers or held together by these tight junctions that you can see over here. These are the tight junctions that are shown in this image over here. The last one are called as the gap junctions. The gap junctions are mainly for cell-to-cell communication. You can see there are short holes or channels that are made between cells of adjacent membrane, and they're usually lined by many membrane proteins, and they usually help in the flow of ions. So ions will flow in and out as a unit through the gap junctions. All of these are mainly modifications that are present on the cell surface of animal cells. Besides that, the plasma membrane is so dynamic that it has a lot of extracellular matrix, also shorthand called as the ECM, which stands for extracellular matrix. And these extracellular matrix we'll talk much more in histology at the end of this of the class. These are mainly polysaccharides and proteins, and these example of such are, for example, collagen, which is present in skin or hair fibers, and they give you much more strength, or elastin, which is for resilience and also present on hair and skin. Another kind of extracellular matrix are the adhesion proteins, for example, the fibronectins and laminins, and these fibronectins and laminins are important to adhere to other surface area. So these extra, especially for example like cartridges that need to be flexible, but they need to be adhered to a tissue, or otherwise it would be as solid as a rock if we didn't have any sort of anchoring to it. So these are extracellular matrix that is outside the plasma membrane, helps to adhere to surfaces. And lastly, we have, we'll just mention the one or two connections that are present in plant cell walls. Plant cell walls have connections that are called as plasmodesmatas, and these are almost channels through which molecules can go in and out of the cell. So only connections that are found in plant cells only, remember that. Cellulose is also present in fungi and bacterial kingdom, and it's the cell walls of the plants are different than the ones that are present in fungi and bacteria. Cellulose is mainly present in plant cells. Fungi and bacteria will have a little different consistency of the cell wall, and we'll talk about those when we get to that sections.